With the help of this video, one can prepare for railway departmental examination and other railway competitive examinations. Question: what is leave encashment and what are its rules? Answer: leave encashment. An encashment of leave is one of the retirement benefits granted by the government to their retiring employees with effect from the 30th of September 1977. Under this scheme, the benefit of encashment of unutilized leave on average pay, at the credit of employees at the time of retirement shall be admissible subject to a maximum limit of 300 days with effect from 1.7.97 in respect of the following categories. A. Retirement on attaining the age of superannuation. B. Cases where the service of a railway servant has been extended, in the interest of public service beyond the date of retirement on superannuation. C. Voluntary, premature retirement, declared completely and permanently incapacitated. D. Where the services of a railway servant are terminated by notice, or by payment of pay and allowance in lieu of notice, or otherwise in accordance with the terms and conditions of his appointment. A. In the case of termination of re-employment after retirement. F. In the case of death of the railway servant while in service to the family of the deceased. G. In the case of leave preparatory to retirement. H. In the case of transfer of railway servant to an industrial establishment, and I. On absorption of a railway servant in the central public sector in the takings. A railway servant who resigns or quits service shall be entitled to cash equivalent in respect of leave on average pay on the date of cessation of service to the extent of half of such leave at his credit, subject to a maximum of 150 days. RB's number F. A. 397, LE 1/8 of 101197, Baharis 15797. Consequent upon the decisions taken by the government on the recommendations of the 6th Central Pay Commission relating to encashment of leave in respect of central government civilian employees, both earned leave and half-pay leave shall be considered for encashment of leave subject to an overall limit of 300 days. The cash equivalent payable for earned leave shall continue unchanged. However, cash equivalent payable for half-pay leave shall be equal to leave salary as admissible for half-pay leave plus dearness allowance admissible on the leave salary without any reduction being made on account of pension and pension equivalent or other retirement benefits payable. To make up the shortfall in earned leave, no commutation of half-pay shall be permissible. The cash equivalent for half-pay leave component shall, henceforth, be calculated in the manner indicated below. Cash payment in lieu of half-pay leave component equal to half-pay leave salary admissible on the date of retirement plus dearness allowance admissible on that date divided by 30 and multiply by the number of days of half-pay leave at credit subject to the total of earned leave and HPL at credit not exceeding 300 days. These orders shall take effect from the 1st of September 2008. RB's No. F. A. 3, 2008, L 1/2 dated 8/10/2008, Baharis 148 2008. It has been decided to modify the date of effect of orders to 1.1.2006 instead of 1.9.2008 subject to the following conditions. 1. The benefit will be admissible in respect of past cases on receipt of applications to that effect from the pensioners concerned by the administrative ministry concerned. T. 2. In respect of retirees who have already received encashment of earned leave of maximum limit of 300 days together with encashment of HPL, standing at their credit on the date of retirement, such cases need not be reopened. However, such cases in which there was a shortfall in reaching the maximum limit of 300 days can be reopened. 3. Calculation of cash equivalent in respect of HPL at credit shall be made mutatis mutandis in the manner given in the OM of even number dated 8.10.2008. RB's number F. A. 3, 2008, L 1/2, dated the 24th of November 2009, Baharis 204 2009. 4. The benefit of encashment of LHAP admissible in terms of the above instructions to such railway servants, who retired during the period from 1.1.2006 till the 31st of August 2008, but who expired before availing themselves of the benefit envisaged in this office letter of even number dated 8.10.2008, may be extended to the spouse, members of the family of such retirees on receipt of a written request from the spouse, eligible members of the family, on fulfillment of the prescribed conditions, subject to the overall limit of 300 days of both LAP and LHAP. RB's number FA 3 2008 L 1/2 dated the 19th of April 2010 Baharis 56 2010. The element of such cash equivalent includes basic pay, personal pay, special pay and my other amount classified as pay excluding city compensatory allowance and the house rent allowance. However, the deputation, duty, allowance, if actually drawn at the time of retirement will be taken into account for calculation of cash equivalent of LAP at the credit of the railway servant at the time of retirement. No dearness allowance will, however, be payable on the deputation, duty, allowance. RB's number FA 388 A 1/2 of the 25th of February 1994, Baharis 1394. Encashment of unutilized LAP will be allowed to those railway servants who are compulsorily retired as a measure of punishment under the disciplinary rules where the disciplinary authority has not imposed any cut in the amount of pension. This will be subject to such other general conditions as are laid down in respect of leave encashment. RB's number FA 377 L 1/4 of 12.8.1987, Baharis 334/87. Where the government, railway servants are compulsory retired as of CR in pension, including gratuity, has been ordered the benefit of encashment of earned leave at the time of such retirement shall be allowed. RB's number FA 3 2006 L 1/1 of the 20th of March 2006, Baharis 29 2006. A railway servant who is re-employed after retirement may, on termination of his employment, be granted by the competent authority, the cash equivalent in respect of LAP at his credit on the date of his termination of his re-employment subject to a maximum of 300 days as per, including the period for which encashment was allowed at the time of retirement. Pay in such cases shall be the pay fixed in the scale of post of re-employment before adjustment of pension equivalent of other retirement benefits. RB's number FA 382 L 1/2 of 28.10.85. Where a railway servant has availed of encashment for 180 days, since raised to 300 days as per 5th CPC, at the time of retirement, the cash equivalent in respect of LAP. This credit on the date of termination of his re-employment shall be limited to the quantum of LAP earned by him from 1.7.1986 onwards. Where a railway servant has not availed of encashment for 180 days at the time of retirement, the cash equivalent in respect of LAP at his credit on the date of termination of re-employment shall be limited to LAP earned from 1.7.86 onwards plus unavailed portion of LAP. A. Difference between 180 days, since raised to 300 days as per 5th CPC, and LAP, for which encashment has already been availed of. In both the above cases, the total period of encashment of earned leave already availed of at the time of retirement and allowed as above shall not exceed 240 days, since raised to 300 days as per 5th CPC. This will take effect from 1.7.86. RB's number FA 382 L 1/2 of the 16th of February 1988, Baharis 365/881. The authority competent to grant leave can withhold whole or part of cash equivalent of LAP only if the employee is under suspension on the date of retirement or the disciplinary and criminal proceedings are pending against him if in the view of the said authority there is a possibility of some money becoming recoverable from the employee on conclusion of the proceeding against him. On conclusion of the proceedings, he will become eligible to the amount of so withheld after adjustment of railway dues, if any. RB's number FA 388 IG 1/1 of 7.8.1989, Baharis 196/89. Encashment of unutilized leave on the date of voluntary, premature retirement or quitting of service on grounds other than superannuation will be allowed subject to the following terms and conditions. The railway servant who retires by giving notice to government or is required by the government to retire by giving notice or pay and allowances in lieu of such notice in accordance with terms and conditions of his service may be granted motto by the authority competent to grant leave, cash equivalent of leave salary in respect of leave average pay at his credit, subject a maximum of 300 days and also in respect of all the half-pay leave at his credit, provided that the period does not exceed the period between the date on which he so retires or is retired from service and the date on which he would have retired in normal course after attaining the age of superannuation under the terms and conditions governing his service. The cash equivalent shall be equal to the leave salary as admissible for leave average pay and/or equal to leave salary as admissible for half-pay leave plus dearness allowance admissible on the leave salary for the first 300 days, at the rates in force on the date railway servant so retired or is retired from service. The pension and pension equivalent of other retirement benefits and ad hoc relief, graded relief on pension shall be deducted from the leave salary paid for the period of half-pay leave, if any, for which the cash equivalent is payable. The amount so calculated shall be paid in one lump sum as one-time settlement. No house rent allowance and city compensatory allowance shall be payable. The payment of encashment of leave at the time of retirement, death of the employee is a leave benefit and not pensionary, retirement benefit, and it is a compensation for leave on average pay not availed during service. Therefore, it cannot be linked with any changes made in pensionary, retirement benefits. Accordingly, the leave encashment is payable on the basis of basic pay, special pay, personal pay. In addition, appropriate dearness allowance is payable. However, doctor's special, annual, allowance has not been classified as pay under the rules. RB's number, F.A. 388, L. 1/2 of the 22nd of May 1990, Baharis 79/90ths.